ahead by winning the lane. They don't necessarily have the best punishers. They don't necessarily have like a Mars ulti or a Disruptor or something to guarantee.
Putting on the headphones, I interrupted. Why you do that? Well, because I got to give Liquid a little bit better of a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I ran into Boxi earlier, peeking with the birds plus some Sleight of Fist and a Boundless Strike. These two supports for gaming are very susceptible, and I guess so is dyrachyo, as some Soul Assumption will claim his soul in a super
pick 44 heroes.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have a mid spammer who only plays 3, so you got to kind of work around that. miCKe gonna
tOfu, that is going to be a second kill. Liquid getting a pick off on both their side lanes here. Here, right as the rotation is coming from the Lion, is he going to get here in time? They get the Jingu stacks. He's already used the Boundless Strike, and he can't really go toe-to-toe against the Broodmother. That's just too much sustain. Seleri, he's closing in. The blood grenade, it lands, slows him down, and miCKe is dead.
It didn't drop Tombstone for that off the Mango.
And iNSaNiA, 3-man decay, never mind. He's very, very healthy.
Over here, it's not yielding too much. Ember Sphere was too far ahead and proving elusive. And Seleri is running for the Wisdom Rune. I don't know if you're going to make this one, son.
Not going to make it. Not as I has anything to say about it. They don't even need. There we go.
Seems like Liquid are
studying Gaimin Gladiators replays like they were my finals.
Well, you heard iNSaNiA talking about watching them all.
X, stun, Rolling Thunder. Swashbuckle isn't quite enough. He gets off the slice. A two-man chains, and Nisha turns it around. He gets the kill on Seleri, and Quinn is going to get run down as well here. Double pickup for Nisha off a big turnaround.
They're just continuing to free farm top and has kicked dyrachyo out of there before level 6, so this Slark is jungling the hard way right now.
Yeah, that is really rough. He might not even be able to fight these ogres. And Seleri are going to be run down by the zombie. Nisha cleans
up. A lot more up for the Rubik Undying to close the gap and get decays and fate bolts off.
iNSaNiA trying to get some vision down, but is going to be caught here, so very likely to be killed, and that's going to give dyrachyo an important amount of experience and a first stack of agility for him.
Very deep ward he got out. Will cost him his life. And that is about how fast Seleri's going to die this game.
His health gone. iNSaNiA dying so quickly. They're going to deal with the Tombstone first. It actually saves iNSaNiA's life. Not that Ace is too sad about it.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's Dire Catapult up now, and you gave a lot of the river.
Oh, wait, they can kill on Nisha even better. They burst him. Oh, Liquid. Things falling apart after a really good start in the laning phase. They may just lose their base. Nobody gets caught trying to defend it. They give up the tower cleanly. Are they going to read this smoke move, though? Looks like it's going to be too late. They're going to be caught by something here. Message familiars, it's going to be tOfu who falls.
It is a nice move. You kick the Brood out of your jungle. You're like, what's your catch look like on the Brood? What does your catch look like on the Slark? It's not amazing. You can kind of run at them and force them out of areas. It's just they're going to farm their way back, and you're not building a huge lead here.
Going to go for Quinn at the end of telekinesis, maybe, but at the same time, the Visage is going to die. A big Boundless Strike goes out, tries to follow it up with the Wukong's command, but there was no follow-up. Disables. The Pango is going to die, though. A core-for-core trade-off. Nisha's going to push for more. Chasing after tOfu. Should be able to get that kill. No, dyrachyo is fighting in the middle of all these heroes. Finger dead, put on a Boxi, and dyrachyo will use his Shadow Dance to make sure they get a support in return. Trade for trade. Seleri, a desperate TP away. That doesn't work. The Visage Familiars land in time. A third kill goes the way of Liquid.
Carry this game. It's going to be triple right-click from Gaimin with 2 single target supports that kind of need individual items. I mean,
so there's going to be some crazy back and forth in these team fights, and it's all going to come down to who's clicking their spells faster sometimes.
Or maybe which carry can stand in the fight longer between this monkey and the Brood. They're going to try and burst him. No save online yet. And they'll claim an Aegis.
Aegis, or is it Freya? They're going to be able to catch up to anybody. It looks like Seleri may be in trouble here.
Yeah, those birds are so fast with the drum.
Now they are going to be able to clean through the Visage super quickly. Seleri doesn't even die for that one. miCKe's back into play. Wukong's command goes out. Quinn getting off the Rolling Thunder here, and Ace can't really be touched. But once he's got his BKB up, Gaimin Gladiators have the advantage, and they know it too. They're going to keep chasing after the heroes. But Seleri couldn't have gone for it. Both supports will die here. Nisha and miCKe will stay up. The only reason this fight was at all okay Well, it wasn't even okay, but it could have been so much worse. That double tap. This is Liquid definitely operating on the edge of a knife here, and their smoke is going to break as the Slark moves on forward here. Quinn gets the roll off, Rolling Thunder off, but Boxi stole it. A big steal because now he's stunned up dyrachyo, who has to use the Shadow Dance to protect himself, but he's going to be stunned over and over and over again. If he could have changed it, it would have been beautiful. The Nisha jumps away to his Ember Spirit as he was next up at the time, but he managed to get away. Oh, he got a slight change onto dyrachyo, who's still low and doesn't have that save anymore. He needs the regen to go out. Mystic Flare going to be tanked up by Boxi as the squishy Monkey King is kept alive through the assault of the supports, and they're going to clean up here. They're going to be able to get both of the supports killed and still might be able to get more. Quinn rolls up, but this time doesn't have a Rolling Thunder, and he's going to slide his physical damage. dyrachyo's dead, and Ace is joined into a fight he can't win. 5-0.
And at this point, you're just trying to catch anybody you can. A nice turn attempt. It does not go Gaimin's way. Another Rolling Thunder fight.
Quinn gets off the Rolling Thunder. A chain stun. No, tombstone.
See you later.
Buys him a bit of time here. Nisha gonna pop back out, try and go for tOfu. Go for those squishy supports. He will get one and dance away from the Mystic Flare.
Oh, he's turning on the insatiable. He wants to man fight this out for the monkey.
And he almost could have done it, but unfortunately he's running out of time. He's gonna have to run away with the bomb. They're gonna chase after him. They can't get away from these heroes. dyrachyo with his Shadow Dance, Aghanim Scepter knows he.
You throw on an Undying with Soul Rip, which is being leveled up by iNSaNiA here. Holy Locket as well.
The Aghanim Scepter is about to catch Quinn, which there's a big difference in the impact of these two mid laners. Quinn dies again, where Nisha for it though.
That's true. But they have nighttime vision with the Slark, so I don't know if they care too much.
Trying to take away some of these spiders. The push is coming in. dyrachyo pushing forward. Gets a bounce. He's going to be boundless struck. And Zai is going for the supports almost immediately, but he is going to be Mystic Flare, finger death, and he didn't even finish him off. The Slight does manage to get it. Nisha jumping in, but immediately hedged up. A great reaction for Seleri here, but bouncing around with that Aghanim Scepter.
He's out of remnants.
Go out. Yeah, he's out of remnants. That Aghanim Scepter, he went too deep for it. The team wasn't able to follow him up. They're so far away. Now he's pulled the supports into a bad position. A TP away from Boxi's denied. iNSaNiA comes in with the heal. What are you even doing there? You think they're going to run out of damage? You've just killed yourself as well, iNSaNiA. Oh, Liquid crumble. In a time where they needed it the most, they had the advantage. They had it.
And Ag's done for Quinn. Tango damage is starting to ramp up.
dyrachyo back in again. He's stealing a lot of stacks. It's building up, but the telekinesis pulls Ace out of position.
Oh my God, it's
miCKe, and they got the Rolling Thunder out of him.
Shard goes off.
Live here with the Visage protecting himself with the stone form. That was a lot committed. Oh, and into Impale, and it's silence. Nisha's dead. He thought this was an opportunity. miCKe, he gets off the Wukong's command. Oh, Yumi Shroud's not gonna last long enough. Sorry, tOfu. Oh, and a misbound the strike. Uh-oh. Telekinesis goes out. The Visage Familiar stunning 3 different heroes. Once again, Tombstone's going to be laid out. They have to clear through the Tombstone to get to this hero inside. miCKe pops out, kills dyrachyo. They thought they had this, but now without their carry, Gaimin Gladiators eats the cheese. Quinn, is he going to be able to swashbuckle his way out of this one? They're still in okay fighting shape here.
They bought the Slark for this. Gaimin just want to commit and try and end the game here or something? This is a very aggressive buyback. Use your Aegis, you used your Aegis. Ace flies in a butterfly, so maybe he just feels like he's a god right now, and no Wukong. You have the capability to defend your base.
Radiant's bottom. Radiant's bottom.
Should get racks out of this.
Yeah, Liquid gonna have to give up one for sure.
Nice psychic headband, recreate the gap, boundless strike on 3.
Stun, that's pretty good. Zai into his stone form. 10 more seconds till Nisha's back up, but miCKe, he died so damn quickly. Ace is pumping out the damage. Now the nullifier on the Visage. He said as well, they bought back on Monkey King, but they can't actually take a fight.
Nisha's back up. You gotta get something off this if
Wukong Ace put the damage out.
I mean, you can poke here, but at some point you're gonna have to commit into the cores. This Brood is taking your buildings, taking them fast. You have got the shard up.
Now, aggressive force down. miCKe, I don't think he can stand toe-to-toe here. Pops miCKe to get him inside the Tombstone. Tombstone's gonna die fast, but the supports die faster, man. Nisha got on top of them, wiped those two out, and that is Gaimin Gladiators overextending themselves now.
Can they get anything else? Does not look like it, as the spell immunity will get
the high ground telekinesis, but dyrachyo's not afraid. He dives right on in. Shroud immediately harpoon to pull in Nisha. He's asked to use BKB, and miCKe, he needs to kind of get out of here. I think this is a dangerous point. He pops his own BKB. Let's get off. dyrachyo just keeps on pushing forward. iNSaNiA's going to be targeted. Gets off the tombstone. But dyrachyo might just lose his life. No, he gets off the shadow dance. He still has death thrust work with the advantages. He is doing so much right now, but he will finally know maybe melee damage. He loses his Aegis. He doesn't have anything. Where is Zai? Zai has been keeping all the rest of the heroes at bay. He cost him his life though, and he's now dead for 95. Liquid, what are you gonna do? There's another push coming from Gaimin Gladiators.
Another dyrachyo poke that they don't have an answer for.
Just let him do the damage onto the building.
Just get mega.
dyrachyo is keeping all the heroes at bay. A range barriers is left. Eight's gonna go for it. He's got it.
This is your chance. Get core kills. Oh, this game might just be impossible.
miCKe got knocked out. Double impale. He got impaled as well. No Wukong's command. No buyback from him either.
And they're against Megas, as Ace just said, good job, dyrachyo. I'll take advantage of that space you've created and be the real catches on it here if you're Gaimin and dyrachyo. He might not have level 25. I don't think he gives a damn.
dyrachyo's been aggressive this entire game, and he's going to keep it up here. They're not going to let Liquid get a breather. He's going to keep it going. Zai with this stone form trying to keep the heroes back. Seleri's low. They do manage to finish him off. The Mystic Flare going to work onto the Visage. Not quite enough damage. A buyback immediately out of Seleri. Once again, trying to keep this going. Boxi jumps forward a little bit too far forward. Tombstone buys him a little bit of window of time. Well, dyrachyo keeps himself up with the Depth Shroud. But again, the 3-man of Liquid is holding. 45 seconds left on the miCKe.
45 seconds is an eternity here. And that's like 3 more goes from dyrachyo at this rate. I don't know if there's anywhere to hide. He is straight back in after healing, straight back into the harpoon.
Oh, the blocks! It's just enough.
Bounty will not save you.
KB, the physical damage isn't enough either. They're diving in so deep for Nisha, but he still managed to keep himself alive. Ace, meanwhile, building. He's going half health right now. 18 seconds left until the miCKe gains back up. Quinn diving over to the side. He's going to finish off the buildings in style. And Gaimin Gladiators make the comeback.
Out there.
Actually, I think miCKe have a chance to punish.
At the same time, you have some decent tools to deal with him in the fights, especially if you can get utility on later in the form of Lotus Orbs. Like Lotus Force Staff are still extremely good versus Razor when he doesn't have the IO to boost him up in the fights or help him reclose the gap. On top of that, you have Surge, and on top of
because the bottle, they stop it.
Too much region to commit an on-kill. You don't want to throw something away here.
Sure.
He's going to drag the breaker off the lane, which means Zai is going to get zoned off bottom versus an Undying Morphling lane, a pretty damn tough lane.
But they get first blood on the other side.
Yeah, miCKe able to put level 2 Tree Dance to work earlier on this lane and connect for the kill. It's going to be one of those games where, you know, you pick this Pango third, you know it's going to have a rough lane. It's going to have a counter pick. You're just making it elsewhere on the side lanes and going to let Quinn come back off of some team fighting.
Oh, we got him with the side blades.
I saw that lining up in my mind. Quinn as well in that lane. Nisha putting on some moves here. A nice skirmish in the river. I don't know who this is very favorable for Zai. He will get out at least.
Yeah, dyrachyo doing a really good job. I think this is one of dyrachyo's aggressiveness is a double-edged sword for sure. Zai's gonna kill himself on neutrals apparently.
To make this game chaotic, I think they're very happy playing the lane matchups outside of maybe Quinn, who might try and, you know, gank a side lane or something.
miCKe gonna be caught by the gank. The rotation from the supports with the tombstone out. There is no response. But it frees up supports elsewhere. It means that Gaimin Gladiators may have an advantage. Oh, gets bumped over to the other side of this cliff area here. Nisha gonna be hit a couple more times perhaps. Quinn is gonna go for the support kill instead. Lining it up on the Rubik. dyrachyo joining in on this fight. Still not quite enough with a swashbuckle to finish him off thanks to that Arcane Rune.
As Arcane Rune's doing mad work. Did not get the shield rune though.
Zai coming in through the side. Gets the vacuum onto a lot of heroes with the ion shells, but he did come into this fight half health. Look at miCKe. He has Tree Dance his way all the way across the map to join in this engagement. Everybody coming mid lane, both carries.
But when you get it in a game like this where there's very limited stun, no hard dispel, you get to later levels on this hero with a breaker, surge, and shell, and he's going to do some damage. He's going to mess with
Wukong's going to be used in the top lane with the charge already set up on Ace. They even brought Nisha over here. You could see Liquid trying to
choice. We didn't really see miCKe go for these.
Is he trying to bait something here? They're going to try and surprise dyrachyo with the double ion shells, and they almost got him. Got him a little bit low, but ultimately dyrachyo will be the one to respond with force. Almost killing Zion. He got him with the adaptive strike, and they might even be able to get Boxi as well, as he can't charge out of this one. That was a very risky move, and it clearly does not pay off. Another adaptive strike coming up. Boxi going to disappear up to the high ground. Gets it off, but even if that didn't kill him,
you can't slip up first gaming right now. This team will punish you immensely hard.
And again, the charge is going to be a bit later this time, but he only needs to do a finishing blow here. One more hit, a second hit, in fact, needed, but Ace does die. The blast off lands. Meanwhile, Boxi trying to get away from the mines, and he's dead. Quinn is going to respond now with an extra kill. Oh, shield crash stolen. Not the Rolling Thunder he was hoping for. iNSaNiA will die as a result as well. So, core for 2 support.
Not a bad idea if you're going to pick a player in the world to try and carry you.
Look at they're just trying to keep dyrachyo in his wall. It might actually work here. The charge is going to come through, and that's enough. Wow. dyrachyo,
okay,
being Ion Shell to miCKe and Spirit Breaker. He's trying to get a vacuum inside of the Wukong's command. Maybe a charge, vacuum with the charge is a nice combination as well. Good pickup though. Zai will die.
As well as these lucky shots, you land some disarms on the TA and the miCKe, might just win you a team fight.
Alright, Avery, if somebody calls GG right now, it'll be the shortest game of the tournament.
It will also be the biggest inquiry we've ever seen in Dota.
Oh, a TA trap on the high ground is going to be able to spot Seleri as well. He's going to get a tombstone out on the high ground. They are not going to be able to save that Undying. Nisha's going to take some damage in the turnaround, but Boxi and the miCKe is here as well. They're going for the kill on dyrachyo, and they have him as well. Liquid, once again, coming off of a laning phase and immediately start getting some wins.
It's a huge pickup for them. Second death on this Morphling in a game where you didn't really expect them to die. And 6 charges on that Deso already for Nisha. Walks into a haste room.
Ace, you gotta be careful. They're gonna go for tOfu instead. tOfu can't get the taser off in time to protect himself. Get into physical damage, and he needs to be careful of this. Hasted up to get a disarm onto the Templar Assassin, but there's too many other heroes of Liquid here. Okay, Boxi sacrifices one to get off the Rolling Thunder. He gives his life in order to win. Yet might be baited by the fact that Boxi cancels his charge and won't be expecting more heroes to be here. See if he get off the Rolling Thunder. tOfu's gonna try and clear some way. They have a stolen charge out from dyrachyo. He morphs into the Spirit Breaker, and they do manage to get that Spirit Breaker kill. And Nisha is struggling to put damage onto a single hero. Gets disarmed by the Pango. Something he's gonna have to deal with all game long, because he's also going Heaven's Halberd.
Stolen charge, gonna commit onto the Darks here.
Turn around, can't even get off a vacuum there, and miCKe gets off the Wukong's command with nobody inside of it. Now he's stuck here, and Liquid are being corralled around.
Meld hit. That's a lot with the monkeys.
Oh, it is a lot with the Boundless Strike landing as well. The telekinesis is going to allow miCKe to be able to get into the trees. Nisha has refraction, so he should be kind of fine here. Or maybe not. Seleri, they're going to keep chasing after him. Nisha into the trees, turns around. Oh, that was going to be a bit of a whip there. And tOfu to deliver the final blow.
All that TA strength, you get a Quinn Pangolier out of it, and that's all. And then you end up losing that streak to Ace, who just recovers so much gold off that fight. That's 1,000 gold kill. All that XP going back into the Gaimin cores. Liquid just so awkward on that engagement. They threw out a wall, they threw out a Spirit Break gold, but they didn't want to commit in with the blink on the Templar Assassin, probably for good reason, because you're doing it into a tombstone and a Techie's counter initiation. It's just, where's the follow-up?
Being Ion Shell to miCKe and Spirit Breaker. He's trying to get a vacuum inside of the Wukong's command. Maybe a charge, vacuum with the charge is a nice combination as well. Good pickup though. Zai will die.
As well as these lucky shots, you land some disarms on the TA and the miCKe, might just win you a team fight.
Alright, Avery, if somebody calls GG right now, it'll be the shortest game of the tournament.
It will also be the biggest inquiry we've ever seen in Dota.
Oh, a TA trap on the high ground is going to be able to spot Seleri as well. He's going to get a tombstone out on the high ground. They are not going to be able to save that Undying. Nisha's going to take some damage in the turnaround, but Boxi and the miCKe is here as well. They're going for the kill on dyrachyo, and they have him as well. Liquid, once again, coming off of a laning phase and immediately start getting some wins.
It's a huge pickup for them. Second death on this Morphling in a game where you didn't really expect them to die. And 6 charges on that Deso already for Nisha. Walks into a haste room.
Ace, you gotta be careful. tOfu instead. tOfu can't get the taser off in time to protect himself. Get into physical damage, and he's careful of this. Hasted up to get a disarm onto the Templar Assassin, but there's too many other heroes of Liquid here. Okay,
Boxi sacrifices
one to get off the Rolling Thunder. He gives his life in order to win. Yet might be baited by the fact that Boxi cancels his charge and won't be expecting more heroes to be here. See if he can get off the Rolling Thunder. tOfu's going to try and clear some way. They have a stolen charge out from dyrachyo. He morphs into the Spirit Breaker, and they do manage to get that Spirit Breaker kill. And Nisha is struggling to put damage onto a single hero. Gets disarmed by the Pango. Something he's going to have to deal with all game long because he's also going Heaven's Halberd.
Stolen charge, gonna commit onto the darks here.
Turn around, can't even get off a vacuum there, and miCKe gets off the Wukong's command with nobody inside of it. Now he's stuck here, and Liquid are being corralled around.
Meld hit. That's a lot with the monkeys.
Oh, it is a lot with the Boundless Strike landing as well. The telekinesis is going to allow miCKe to be able to get into the trees. Nisha has refraction, so he should be kind of fine here. Or maybe not. Seleri, they're going to keep chasing after him. Nisha into the trees, turns around. Oh, that was going to be a bit of a whip there. And tOfu to deliver the final blow.
All that TA strength, you get a Quinn Pangolier out of it, and that's all. And then you end up losing that streak to Ace, who just recovers so much gold off that fight. That's 1,000 gold kill. All that XP going back into the Gaimin cores. Liquid just so awkward on that engagement. They threw out a wall, they threw out a Spirit Break gold, but they didn't want to commit in with the blink on the Templar Assassin, probably for good reason, because you're doing it into a Tombstone and a Techie's counter initiation. It's just where's the follow-up?
World with the burst damage, especially when you have the Aegis, could be more important, right? Like you have these defensive abilities from these supports, and you have a Morphling. A lot of this time, you want to kill a hero in those first 1 or 2 punches.
Items coming out for Gaimin. You have this Halberd on the Razor. This item goes both ways, but generally it's a bit more defensive to finish it. And Hurricane Pike,
they're going to try and burst down the Pango. They got him. The taser could not save him. The BKB helping Nisha able to clear through that debuff. Pretty murky on the side here. dyrachyo, what he may not expect, the Monkey King in the trees, who's going to jump onto Nisha. 35 seconds left on that Aegis, so Nisha, he's probably going to die here, but his team needs to get to hell here to help iNSaNiA. Great saves. miCKe found the strike, but the Aegis does go down, and Quinn's going to line it up now. They know no BKB for some of these heroes for this fight. This Templar Assassin is dead, and there's nothing Liquid can do about it.
No BKB. Nerf helps it a bit more.
When you can turn into the Spirit Breaker, though.
Yeah, that definitely is pretty damn nice.
And that's why Boxi is trying to build towards the Lincolns. He knows how important this matchup is, because if you win Ags, Spirit Breaker, more. I'm not sure if you want to.
Even Elven Tunic on dyrachyo. Everything is just aimed at fighting this one-on-one physical battle between Monkey TA and their core.
Oh, no, again. Quinn caught here because he had an Invis rune, thought he was fine to be able to scout, but a high ground ward and a sentry linked with it means that they will lose not only him, but possibly tOfu as well. Boy, that was some burst.
It's Roshan.
Liquid don't have all their heroes here just yet. The Monkey King's going to be rounding through the scan area. They're going to catch him, perhaps. The Plasmid Field spots him out the Rolling Thunder. They go for Zai instead. Zai in the middle of all these heroes gets off a vacuum. Can he get off the wall? No! With the Wukong's command a little bit late, they cannot take advantage of the vacuum setup. He immediately buys back. Him and Boxi both need to get here for this fight, but dyrachyo is already scouting them out. They want to catch these heroes. They want to catch these two while they're alone. Bounce them into the wall. Boxi does that much for them. miCKe is going to jump in desperately. He's got the nullifier on Ace, trying to focus him. He's getting away from that static link, though. Meanwhile, Quinn's going to die to the damage of the Templar Assassin, who TP back here. Meanwhile, iNSaNiA tossing away tOfu. Boxi's going to help him out with that one. He does have some mines to be able to lay down here. Ace chasing after miCKe. miCKe going to be stuck. Bound the strike onto 2. Can he jump into the trees? Gaimin Gladiators not going to pursue this. They know they have to be scared of Nisha, who's coming in, vacuum back in onto the 2 of them with the charge on top of that one, lining up things nicely. They finish off Ace. Now they chase for more. miCKe wants as much as possible.
I feel like it's hard for him to go on a target in the main arc without a
double damage on Nisha. That's going to be some damage. Now they run into the tankiest hero on the side of the Gaimin Gladiators. Ace goes down to about half health before he gets away. Boxi pursues, so does miCKe. miCKe opting to go for dyrachyo. He's getting knocked around like a paintball. Harpoon back in, normal punch up in the air, and he's dead. Seleri, who chased after him, trying to save his carry. He's gonna fall right alongside.
He's almost level 25 too. This is a huge talent to hit. The fraction charges are good this game, right? What is breaking it? Another back into the stun, into the harpoon.
Harpoon pulling back in. dyrachyo has to use the waveform to jump away while Ace jumps into the fight. Wukong's command is going to force both of them backwards, but the spirit charge back into the now the normal punch. Boom, 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 and dyrachyo dies again. He cannot stop these chain stuns. And once again, Seleri diving after him will also fall.
Useless in these fights as Liquid are just running him down with HP out of control, stuns out of control, and you don't have BKBs on Gaimin. You still don't have them, so you can't stand your ground.
Keeps on fighting the openings here. The buyback now from dyrachyo. This must pay out some dividends, but dyrachyo immediately has to. Oh, and he got back into that
run, man.
Back in, and he's dead again. A dieback for dyrachyo. Liquid have halted the dyrachyo aggression, then they will let nobody leave. Ace struggling to get back to his fountain. Liquid say, hold up guys, wait a minute, we're getting a little bit close, let's not throw this. And back to the second lane of play.
That is a swift Blink Templar assassin right here. He's going to take your buildings very fast. Last team fight, you don't have your Morphling for it, you don't have a Tombstone, and you might not have a Razor.
Back in with the backing charge. Beautiful setup. Ace, he cannot get out of the Wukong's command this time because it's a level 25 miCKe. The extra big range allows them to be able to zone out Gaimin Gladiators. A buyback on Ace. They're sticking on to miCKe. Hit him for his stab, turns around, and looks like the damage is overwhelming. He may have stolen the damage away from miCKe, but there's still the Templar Assassin. The shot's coming in. Ace, nowhere to run to and nowhere to hide. Team Liquid will even out the series and give themselves a chance at redemption against Gaimin Gladiators.
Ooh, this is going to be a spicy game 3 right here, because you know Liquid, they have some confidence.
Play it as a mid-game, like fighting point, not a farm point.
Liquid have a chance to be able to break the curse, and it seems like they have come closer to it than they have in the past. Avery, you've been, oh, hold up, tOfu? That's going to be an early first blood for Liquid, so they're going to be very comfortable as long as they get this final hit in. And iNSaNiA is forced to take.
Exposed, right? Maybe he doesn't dominate as hard, but you have two supports top, all of a sudden dyrachyo in trouble.
Yeah, they moved Boxi into mid, but then somebody made the call, let's gank dyrachyo instead.
It was a good call. That is a value kill as iNSaNiA can go straight back through the gate towards bottom. I mean, miCKe is bullying the 1v2 here.
That's not what you want to see.
This is why I feel like this draft is, it's not that unfavorable, because I think Liquid have things, again, going for them that have been problems in this game and matchup in terms of the supports, right? Liquid has shown up today, and they're looking smooth. Large waves on both of these side lanes pushing in right now. Means you can create some pressure.
And they're going to be used. Zai forced away, but turn around and fight because they have the supports coming in once again. Oh, big burst of damage. Seleri only fun in, but also shut down miCKe. Quinn. Uh-oh. That is a level 5 Skywrath Mage who is looking to get the kill. A solo one on Quinn. It's going to be a close call. miCKe's here with the Boundless Strike, and he dies. Oh, what a disaster for Quinn, who needs to be able to lead the game by force here because he's got a coddle behind him too. And the range get an advantage. They will manage to get a counter kill, but it just means another kill for Nisha instead with the double damage rune.
And look what they're invading.
Stayed against Gaimin Gladiators for the rest of the year are up 4,000 net worth.
The tanky Legion, he's got full stick range draw.
Not an easy kill, especially with the dual combo. Oh, he tried to get aggressive with the Storms here, and once again he's rebuked by the Skywrath Mage in the most deadliest fashions. iNSaNiA is now going to be able to catch tOfu as well. And look at this, Gaimin Gladiators again. They bring all 5 heroes to join in these fights. dyrachyo is going to have to get off a crazy Sunder, and even then...
Not in this matchup. Liquid getting everything they want out of this early game and more, and now they can just start to run over the map. Traps, another duel, no save in sight. You can prevent the magic damage, but you cannot prevent the physical right clicks here as your Oracle is still level 5. And those Ancients that were the recovery for Ace, he didn't get any of the big ones. Double Ancient Thunder Hides. Zai's gonna be happy to find Seleri again. Or will he? Whoa.
Fortune's dead. Oh, iNSaNiA with the timber chain still rocking now.
So Liquid can keep fighting around these while they look aggressively for their own kills. Very solid position. And of course, you're still missing level 6 on both of these Gaimin supports as dyrachyo gets dueled again.
Yeah, when you're talking,
I'd say it's the worst. It just depends on how the Coddle's game goes, but sometimes the Coddle wants to do too many things. It's not the most
tOfu knows what's coming.
dependable.
It's going to be a dual win. Another one for Zyme. Ace is going to be low. Now he has another timber chain, but he knows he has to go the other direction because all of Liquid are diving past the tier 1 tower here. Ace has to go for a TP out, and he does manage to make it.
Instant TP to the other side, trying to deny the 14-minute Wisdom Rune. Super heads up play by Boxi.
He might still be able to get it though. The Wisdom Rune, he picks it up.
This is an Aegis Nisha though.
An Arcane Rune Storm Spirit. That's what they're going to bank on here. Quinn trying to get the jump onto iNSaNiA. He's got to be careful because disables though. A Blastio comes in. Perfect timing though. And now Quinn can keep pushing forward. They do have a little bit of a heal on him, stopping some of that magic damage so they can catch Nisha. Now this is the Aegis here. Look at the turn on. He blew up Ace. And Zai is right in the middle of it too. He killed the Oracle, so no false promise at the same time. Now the Wukong's man claims another 2 lives. It's a 5-0 wipe. Playoff LAN series. Match record is 11-2.
Oh, the Stolen Storm.
That is beautiful. Just the false promise is going to be able to bail him out though. This is not going to be a dual win, but it is going to be a Storm Spirit kill. And tOfu, he took a lot of damage there. He will survive for now, but it's the Timbersaw who can't survive. Once again, Ace cannot get in an engagement.
Ace is 0-2-0. Have we ever seen him not have impact in the first 20 minutes of the game?
I mean, a lot of people have been talking about Ace as one of the best players of the year. He has had MVP performances time and time again, and this is maybe what it looks like when Gaimin Gladiators cannot rely on him to have an output. As Liquid have shut him out of this game. They're shutting Seleri out of the map, not letting him get anywhere out there before he's immediately punished. Boxi might die for this one, though. Oh, a chalk him off the mark. Ace not able to land it. It's up to Quinn with a long sip in to help catch and burst down at least one of these heroes. Zai's going to try and turn around with the Blade Mail duel. Won't be able to get that much, but with those two is still a lingering shot from Nisha that will claim the Timbersaw.
I mean, at least Gaming gets something on the map. That Legion kill is worth a lot here.
They get a kill, but they can't stay out of the map. Sunder goes out. Nisha, he's going to use his Aegis trying to pull up dyrachyo up with the Blinding Light. It might just save dyrachyo. The final shots from Nisha can't seem to do the damage, and they take away that life. They kill iNSaNiA. A turn, perhaps. Nisha, he's going to chase after him.
miCKe here, he wants
dyrachyo. He's going for dyrachyo. He's committing. He gets off the Wukong's command, but he can't get the hits in. The disarm. Oh, the body blocking. It's so
gone too far.
What a play. We all supports, but somehow the shot.
Where was this man in recent months? Where is his 100%? Well, he's bringing it out here as just every trick in the book.
Immediate silence. What a use of the Fortune's End. That was a cool play. They preemptively casted it on Quinn, so when he got silenced, well, a cute play like that still does not result in a clean win for Gaimin Gladiators. Fortunately, miCKe was not able to get the bound to strike off in time. They still trade out supports, but now he's found Ace. Silence uses the Lotus Sword, but there was a second TA trap.
Actually, it's way too good. These are some nice comeback moves from
Whoa, miCKe's in deep here. miCKe is all by himself here. A boundless strike that hits 3.
Ace barely gonna get out of here. He might still get dueled.
He gets dueled. Now he's going to be Mystic Flare. They do not have Seleri here in time. He TP'd as soon as the initiation started, but it's just the damage is too damn fast. Another dual win. dyrachyo trying to get away with his Manta. Very scary, that damage in Seleri. Just to make sure.
Splitting out this map.
miCKe. Another pick off on the carry of Team Liquid.
I think you cannot afford to give too many of these away. These are some bad deaths on the Monkey King. Zai's gonna find another dual win, so.
I mean, he's got 2 other carries, I guess, so. But I think miCKe is nervous about giving away too much like he's done before. They're still gonna chase.
Balance at 1. They're looking for duel.
Zai closing in. He's gonna get the duel on the Terror Blade. It's a false promise. It barely goes off. He has a chance to be able to get off a good Sunder, but they have the staying power in this fight. They all run away from dyrachyo. They don't give him the chance to get off a Sunder. Are going to be forced to jump into this.
Did you press the attack here to get a go?
They're trying to burst him, but BKB goes off. He needs to get the duel onto the Timbersaw. That might be a double win, but he gets off the false promise. It's Timbersaw who made it to win the fight as a result. And miCKe, he's going to be in a bit of trouble here. Slowed down by the Scotty, but unfortunately the force snap gets him away. Nisha, he's going to be the one who needs help here. Melt, dispel, turn around, bound the strike, almost finishing him off. A side hit, not quite enough, but he backs away to the high ground. Quinn, who used all of his mana to be able to jump in, walks
up the hill here. That's what they're looking for. They've one force staff on tOfu. I mean, there's aggressive force staff potential.
Telekinesis, they got duel on him.
Needs a save.
Basic flare, no false promise. Remember, it was used earlier. So, again, no save and no immediate here. Side the bias, press the attack, gives the response. Once again, Ace jumping in, but he's going to be caught this time.
He's tanky.
Silenced up, he is tanky thanks to that Aghanim Scepter helping him out. He's dodging some of the magic damage. The Wukong Spin, the first one's going to be used here. Another silence placed out onto the Storm Spirit, quickly cleansed off at Fortune's End. And Nisha just throwing around the damage. At this point, 45 seconds left on the Aegis. He's willing to die right now. And Ace will apply shit, blowing him up. He gets low. They got the jump on the Seleri. He's dead. The duel lands. Now they have to try and punish as best they can on the buyback. Once he bought back, he couldn't get there in time. The false promise couldn't see the short period. Has to use it on dyrachyo instead. And dyrachyo, he's fighting up against both the Templar Assassin and the Monkey King. And he's just taking much damage. He dies in an instant. They are running out of buybacks. They have one last chance. 4 heroes are left to be able to push back against the full Liquid 5. See if they can finish off the Legion Commander, but until he gets away, a last second Thunder is going to be low, and they manage to get him. Dyrachyo is saying, no, the damage comes in. Nisha, now the buybacks from Liquid in turn. They know this is their opportunity. This is the chance to change their fate. This is their chance to be able to turn it. They've done it. They have managed to finally bring down Gaimin Gladiators, who have been undefeated in this series in playoff matches. They have gone a total of 13-2 in LAN series.